So once another quote from Benjamin Franklin, you probably know, you all know this by heart already. So to privacy. When we talk about privacy and information society, people usually talk about Big Brother, that some government is snooping what we are doing in the virtual world. But when this digital technology is penetrating our whole society, influencing each and every aspect of our lives, suddenly it's not a Big Brother. It's what a Finnish futurologist Mika Mannermaa has called some brother. Because in this what we call ubiquitous society, where every piece of equipment has intelligence, or at least can be identified. You know what this bottle is made of, you know where it's located, you know where it's come from, you probably know where it's going. And they are communicating. For example, Nokia has already brought to market a new handset that reports your location to your friends through internet. Scary? Of course, it also has this option that you can report a false location. For example, when we're talking about our spouses, you probably don't want your husband to know that you are not at work today but somewhere else. So you program this handset to report a false location. Or when you're, there is already, this system exists already in Finland, that the cash register, when you buy, for example, food, it reports what you buy to your doctor, telling that now he was buying already beer again, so how does this correspond with his diet? That has not been made legally yet. They have the blue blocks are ready, but they have not put them together because Finnish law does not allow that yet. But when you talk about this ubiquitous society, there everything and everybody can be identified and positioned. And those two technologies make that society totally transparent. You're actually living in an aquarium. An example was given to the Committee for the Future when we were visiting Japan. We were shown a system where kids were given RFID tags when they went to school, so the parents were able to track where they were going in the city, because around the city there were RFID readers. And those RFID readers were also installed with surveillance cameras. Surveillance cameras that the parents were able to operate from their homes to see who their child is with. Of course, the next person who will give in such an RFID tag is your husband, because you want to see who he is going out with. The trouble is here that authorities developing and installing these systems are naive. They don't understand that this is not no rocket science, that also criminals can use these very same technologies. They can read the contents of our RFID passports. The protection of the Finnish passport is still solid. But I don't know how long, because, for example, the passport of Germany, the passport of Holland, passports of many other countries have already been hacked, and the contents have been changed. For example, there was this one test when a person got to an aeroplane with the information of Elvis Presley. And that system had been told to politicians that this is foolproof. You cannot tamper with this passport. But when everybody can see what everybody is doing, the big question is this going to be the end of double standards in our lives? Or will this be the biggest moralistic era in human history, when every unmoral deed is revealed to everybody around you? That is something we should discuss. But when we go to privacy again, there's this basic definition that democracy requires privacy and freedom of expression. If you don't have those two, you won't have democracy. And that means you have the right to get information freely and without tracing, without fear. You have to be able to express your opinions without fear of retribution. That means anonymously. And we all know this discussion we have been having about anonymous discussions in the web, because this anonymity can also be used for slander, for all kinds of bad purposes. But if we make it impossible, then we lose something that's at the core of our democracy. That's are we want to pay that price? And we are sending tremendously conflicting signals to people. For example, in Finland there have been two discussions. In one discussion we say that children should not reveal their real names in the web. They should always, when they write something, they should write it anonymously to protect their privacy. And in another discussion we say that you should not write the web anonymously, because that way you can, for example, violate somebody's honor or something like that, and without being traced. But these are totally conflicting views. Why we are not able to discuss, put these two discussions together? Nobody has been able to tell me that. The trouble is that our laws concerning these issues, they come from the history, from this traditional hierarchical media where you had a printing press or radio broadcasting station that was easy to control.